I hope you have started with your revision and today's work. So as I keep requesting you every time, you should open always the instructions, lab instructions, and then proceed. So have you opened it and started looking at it? Day 3? Okay, so just spend some time with me so that I'll tell you the today's plan and then you can proceed to whatever you are doing. So here, as a change, I'm not asking about any new completion of earlier assignments or this. Whatever I had done in the theory session with the explanation of HTTP, web server and whatever, first thing is you are going to try it out on your own. So this is the sequence I hope you have been following. So refer to today's sequence.txt. I've shared a lot of diagrams, readmes, and revision and hands-on has to be done together. So let me ask you, has everyone, see this, I've given very clear-cut instructions. Has everyone created a fresh new dynamic web project by checking web.xml with the name Day 3 Lab? Those who have not done it and those who are doing something else first have to stop that and have to follow the same sequence, because that is only for you. I'm not insisting for anything else. Okay, so you will get the confidence. Some of you code along with me. I know that. Most of you know, don't, or some of you don't. So everyone has to repeat this step. Okay, so first thing is yes to everyone. Now, have you created the welcome page? Okay, sorry. Let me say it this way. Do you want us to do it together or have you already done it? That way you tell me. Step 1. Done already or you want us to do together? Tell me. You want to do together? Okay, some of you are saying done. No problem. We're doing together. Also take a half a second. So see this. I'll start giving instructions. So first, let us say stop the server. Anytime you are developing, stop the server. Everyone can start and stop the server by now easily. Nobody is stuck there. Okay, so you stop the server because anything wherever you are stuck, you should let us know. We can help you then. Now, how do you create a dynamic web project? Everyone knows that. Okay, first thing, have you changed the perspective to Java EE? Is the perspective changed to Java EE? You know what I'm talking about. See the top left, top right corner, it will tell you the selected perspective. So you'll start getting a shortcut. So click on this. Anyone wants me to wait, tell me right away. But people told me that they have done it, so I'm starting along with you. Okay, so give the name as Day 3 Lab. Since later, okay, I'll give it as Day 3 Lab, no change. Are you going to change this 4.0 to 3.1? Yes. Otherwise, the loading of the web.xml takes huge amount of time, slows down the IDE. So 3.1, next step. Anytime you want me to wait, now I'm going to wait here for each and everyone. This is a lab session, not a theory session. So tell me freely. So no changes on the screen. Next step. Who requires this web.xml? Who is going to read this web.xml of our web application web container? So guys, till I take you to Spring Boot, okay? Till I take you to Spring Boot, we are going to keep creating that. With Spring Boot, then you won't require. Okay, so select it and say finish. So everyone reached here, Day 3 Lab, created. Okay, now another small suggestion. Whatever projects you are not working on, you can close. So I have seen so many students. So tell me, when I say close all the projects, will you close the servers project or will you keep it open? Server projects should be kept open or closed? Open. You won't believe, guys. I have seen people closing servers project and then wondering why their server is not starting. Please do not close server project. But if you say day 1.1, 1.1, or all these earlier ones, I'm just closing so that there is your ID will be faster. This is not compulsory. I'm not at all saying. Now follow the instructions and do it as a quick revision with me. This part is done. Now identify. I'll give you 5-10 minutes and okay, we will do it. You said you will do it together. So everyone understands we have to tell the container that this is the welcome file. So which is the file which contains all the instructions? Okay, Rohit. So now you know what your mistake is. So here, day 3 lab, SRC, main, web app. Can you see web.inf and below that web.xml? Open that. If it opens in the design view, change it to source view. Will you need all these index pages or one is, will you need all these welcome pages or one is sufficient? One is sufficient, right? So you can remove all of them. See guys, even if you keep them, what web container does is it starts searching in a sequential manner. So any file it finds first, it will take it as a welcome page. So keep one. Will ID automatically create this index page or you have to create? You have to create. If you create this web, what was that? Index.html under web.inf, will it be accessible or will you start getting HTTP 404? Of course, HTTP 404. Tell me why will you get HTTP 404? If you keep anything under this, of course, right? Whatever you keep under web.inf, is it going to be accessible to the client? No. So where should you keep it? Under private folder or under public folder? Public. And which is that public folder? It is nothing but the root of the web application whose folder name is web app. Guys, see, I'm trying to help you with project interviews also. So if people ask you, interviewer asks you that which is the public folder, and if you say web app, interviewer will say which web app? I don't know any web app. So understand the point. So just do it with me. I did a lot of things, so I'm repeating some of them here. Right click on the project. I'm showing you the mapping. I'm showing you the meaning of that SRC main web app. Right click, properties. And here, can you click on the third tab? I mean, third option, deployment assembly. SRC main Java Onkar was wrong answer. SRC main web app is a correct answer. Has everyone opened the web deployment assembly? I'm trying to explain what you saw. I'm trying to tell you what it is internal. So you can see, you can just expand that. So you can see there are 2 entries. Very important statement I'm making. So whatever folder, whatever contents, if you keep under SRC main web app, where they will be deployed to? What is the deployment path? Under the root. Slash is what? Root of the web application. So if anyone asks you, which is the public document space? Don't answer SRC main web app. Even though this is what Eclipse ST does, maps, you answer it as root of the web application. And then you can say that since we are working on STS Eclipse ID, our SRC main web app was mapped to slash. So what is the correct answer? Formal answer, root. Whatever you keep under the root of the web application directly, will it be visible or will it not be visible to the client? Visible, accessible to the client through the URL. Am I completely clear? Now, while we are at it, why don't you solve the first entry also? Tell me. Anything you keep under SRC main Java, where it is going to be compiled and deployed and kept? Answer is right in front of you. Where it will be kept. Whatever contains under that, where it will be compiled and kept? Only web.inf. Guys, read the whole thing and give me the whole answer. Web.inf classes. So guys, when web container starts searching for servlet classes, servlet.class file, let it be hello servlet or login servlet or your topic servlet or whatever, in which folder it is going to search? Is it going to search blindly everywhere or is it going to search in a specific folder? Which one? Specific or any? specific. And what is that name of the specific folder? WebINF, Web Information Classes. Last question. See, I'm preparing you for interviews parallelly with by giving you concepts. So now answer. If you replace tomorrow Tomcat by, let us say, WebLogic, another web server, another application server, which may change? LHS, RHS, both or neither? You understood my question? I said, what might change? When you change the ID, when you change the server, what might change? The LHS might change. Very right. But this is your J2E compliant. Are you getting me? So J2E compliant, you remember I showed you J2E compliant folder structure. WebINF, web.xml, WebINF classes, that remains same. Okay. So this is what is the understanding. So when you say, when you said, rather you can say cancel. When you said store that index page under SRC main web app, where are you keeping it? Or rather where it will get deployed to? Will it get deployed to root or will it get deployed to WebINF something? Root is the correct answer. All statements clear? See, every day I'll give you more and more internals. One day if I give you everything, you'll feel lost. Okay, if not already. So right click on web app and create your index page quickly and add the first link to try the deployment of a servlet using the annotation. So just say index. And here you can give some formatting. I told you, I don't spend time in J2E at all in formatting. Some basic formatting we simply do. Anchor tag href. And let's save something. Let's change the URL pattern. Okay, sorry. Test servlet deployed using annotation. Okay. I'll wait here till you complete. Okay, Madan is saying done. Others also. Anytime you want to wait, you can just unmute yourself or you can just put a message your wait. I'll definitely wait for everyone. Okay. So now, are we serving the static content so far or have we generated any dynamic content so far? S or D, static or dynamic? Only static. So why servlets? Guys, this is a revision. This is not just a hands-on today. First day of J2E is super important because you'll hear so many new things and you have to connect it. You have to connect the concepts to hands-on. So I just took over the lab session today instead of, letting you do the things. So what I was going to say is now, so far you have served only the servlet, what is it called? Static content. So why servlets? Why do you want to servlet? To serve static contents or dynamic responses? To create the dynamic, to send the dynamic response. Can you tell me, guys, this is not a memory test. You can easily open my sequence and you can tell me the answer from there. I don't mind. See, what I want you is to start remembering and understanding things. Okay, so what are the different jobs your servlet can perform? I'm waiting for the response. I told you, unfortunately, this is both revision session also and the hands-on also. I'm telling you, you'll feel much better at after 6 o'clock after doing the whole revision with me. Okay, request processing, very right. Business logic. Nidhi, you are wrong. Request and response objects are going to be created by the container. Avinash, HTTP servlet request object and servlet response object is not your task. It is container job. Yes, dynamic response, page navigation. Tomorrow, we are going to start with your content management system. So it requires database access logic. So where are you going to write data access logic? In a DAO layer. But who is going to control? Who is going to manage? Who is going to instantiate the DAO, call the CRUD methods and clean up servlet? So these are all the job list. These are all the things a servlet does. What all? Request processing, any business logic, any validation logic and all that. Then you have data access, DAO, control logic, the page navigation, taking the client from one page to another page, or whatever, this thing, response generation, everything. So we are not doing everything today. We are just doing initially response generation. Okay. So now what is it we want? Here, anytime client, see this page will be, this content will be, response will be sent to the client. When client sees this link, which hypertext? Test servlet link, we should say welcome to servlets or hello from servlets at a particular server date and timestamp. So for that, what is the next step? Should we write another HTML, a JavaScript, or a servlet? What is it we are going to write as a servlet? Okay. So now I don't want you to stress you. Directly you can use the right click new servlet option. But you tell me, in which folder should we write it? Tell me the name of the folder in which we are going to create a servlet. Yes, SRC main Java. And I hope you remember, it will be compiled and deployed under WebINF classes. Can you see from here WebINF classes folder? No, it is hidden folder. Maybe on day 3, day 4, I'll show you the internal folder structure when you are slightly settled. Okay. Right click on SRC main Java, new, and I'm not getting this. New. Have I not changed it? Oh, I'm surprised. I should be getting this options. I'm not getting. Oh, here I may get it. Sorry. Above I'll get it. I was doing it in the wrong manner. Sorry. Choose the servlet. Got this option? So it will tell you create a new servlet. Now you start telling me. Here, what is the only thing you have to supply? Name of the package. Since it is a dynamic web page, typically I call it as pages. And here it is a hello servlet. Done this much with understanding. Some package name, guys, there's nothing special about pages. You can say P1. You can say contents. You can say anything. So done. Next step. Now, what is the only thing you are going to edit here on the second screen? Today, tomorrow it can be different. Mappings. So let me revise. Of course, first we will do it. So click on it and say edit. Does it have to match with anything, or it can be anything arbitrary? Match. What it has to match with? Form. If it is a form action. If it is a link, it is a link href. So of course you're right. So /hello. Okay. And in a minute, it will generate the servlet and I'll ask you more questions. Okay, that? And here, now go to the next screen. So you have not touched anything else here. Next. And now the same thing which I showed you, I'm getting it done once again to give you 100% revision. So if I want to trace the complete life cycle from init to destroy, which all methods? Let me start asking you, sorry. Will you need to add any constructor from the superclass? No. Remove that. Which methods are you going to choose? Init, destroy, and do get are sufficient. Why do get and why not do post? You're going to click on the link, and that will use the default method of get. So done that. I hope you have chosen init, destroy, do get, and then you can say finish. I'll wait here till you say done. As your servlet class will get generated automatically without you typing too many things. All here? Now, the most important discussion. If you comment this line number 14, will your web container be able to, map any request to this servlet? Answer is no. So, what is this line number 14 about? It is the request mapping information. When I say map, you know, key and a value. So I'll come to that part later. What is the job of this annotation? To map the incoming request to a particular servlet. Guys, understand this mapping concept very well here. After 8-10 days, whenever I take you to Spring MVC, the main framework on which you are going to build your projects and Spring Boot, everything. So you will see a very similar mapping happening there. So I'm telling you, if you understand servlets well, understanding further topics becomes easy. So now next question. Who is going to read these 2 lines? Who's going to process this annotation? Typical question, typical answer. Web container. When? At the deployment time. How do you deploy your web application in an IDE? Right click, run as, run on server. Absolutely fine. So at that point, what will web container do? Web container uses, the topic which I have not taken is reflection. I'm going to give you the readmes and all that, and of course explain it. So web container uses internally something called as reflection and looks at all the servlet classes and checks this annotation. The moment it finds an annotation by the name web servlet, it will know that this is whatever follows is the servlet class, and it has to add the entry in the map. So what will be the key? You can add it here. So who is going to create the map? Web container creates. Add some comments for your own understanding. Empty map. Typically of the type, it is a specialized subclass of a hash map. So it creates an empty map when at the web application deployment time. But empty map is not useful. So now per servlet, it will start populating it, populates it. And when I say populate, you have to understand what will be the key and what will be the value. Start answering. Yes, please. You know the answer. Very right, guys. So the key is going to be whatever you supply here is called as the URL pattern. Understand the full anatomy of URL. HTTP localhost 8080 initial HTTP scheme protocol, host name, port number. I'll write it so that you know there should be nothing which is like not clear. So I'm saying localhost 8080 is our current combination. I'll just generically say it as host colon port, any remote IP, any remote port, and then whatever follows is called as the URI. So our URI starts with day3 lab and then suppose hello. So guys, so okay, so this is called as the, everyone knows this. This is nothing but the URL. I'll share all this comment with you in a minute if you don't want to write it. So a part of the URL is called as a URI. So which is the uniform resource identifier, which you call it as a path. So whatever is after the port is the URI. And what is the URL pattern, a part of the URI? So URL pattern is nothing but the last part / hello, which is specific to a particular servlet. So like you told me correctly, key is nothing but the incoming URL pattern and value is going to be fully qualified servlet class name, which is what pages.hello servlet. I'll send you all these comments in case you want it, so that you don't have to type those comments. Understood it so far? Okay. Now, what is the serial version unique ID doing here? If you check the inheritance hierarchy, hello servlet extends HTTP servlet, extends generic servlet, implements servlet, and that is serializable. So I hope you remember from our last week, I guess, when we were discussing serialization, deserialization. Any serializable class has a unique serial version unique ID. But to be honest, is this going to be used anywhere? In short, are we going to serialize and deserialize servlet class ever? Answer is never. So you can just ignore it. You can just keep it as a default generated value 1. Next one. There are 2 init methods. What is the difference between them later? So currently, let us use the overloaded init method, which is without arguments. And now quickly start adding the SOPs. And if you want to find out little bit, see, today you are not going to understand that executor framework, but later, of course, you will understand at least the overview. So if I want to find out which is the thread which is calling this method, you can say thread.currentThread. So it will call thread.currentThread.toString, and it will print the name of the thread, the priority, and the thread group name. So that name of the thread, internally it uses HTTP NIO, new IO, non-blocking IO, some thread number, priority, the default priority 5, and the name of the thread group is still main. And similarly, this is only for tracing the life cycle, nothing else. Similarly, you can give the tracers in destroy just to see, how many times it is getting called and when and all that. Just a first look at servlet lifecycle. And here you can remove this generated code and add into get here or in this. I'll wait till you have added these tracers, SOPs. Okay, so now little bit of questions. Okay, let me say this. When will web container start the life cycle of a servlet? I'm giving you options. Don't be hyper. Wait. Will it start the life? I have an option. I'll repeat the question first. When will web container start the life cycle of the servlet is the question. So first option, at the web application. Okay, first option, web server startup time. When you start the Tomcat web server, option 1. Option 2, when you deploy the web application, option 2. Option 3, when the client sends the first request to the servlet. Option 4, none of above. Something else, I mean. I want more answers. Give me more answers. Option 3 is a very right answer. Guys, web container works in a lazy manner. You understand two words, lazy and eager. Eager as in hyper. So what is web container going to behave? Web container behaves in a completely lazy manner. Web container says, let a client request for a particular servlet, and then I will start the servlet lifecycle. Is there any way to make web container behave in an eager manner? Answer is yes, after a while, or maybe tomorrow. So you are correct. You are absolutely correct in saying it is behaving in it is using the lazy startup, lazy loading policy. It won't start the servlet lifecycle unless somebody demands for it. Okay, keep it with you. Now, okay. So let us say any client has made the first request to the servlet. Can anyone tell me what will happen first? I'll repeat the question. I said, when some client sends a request to this hello servlet, what will be the first thing a container will do on the server side? Wrong answer. Wrong answer. And it is a wrong answer. Try again. Try something else. Okay, let me help you. By clues. No, mapping has been done. Okay, wait a second. See, here. Let me say this. This init method, is it a static method or is it a non-static method? NS. For calling any non-static method, what has to happen first? Instance creation. But at the time of before creating any object, what has to happen first? Class loading. So how can you forget that? So, okay, now I'm going even further. Is a web container a magician? Of course not. So how does web container know that for this particular incoming URL pattern, this particular class has to be loaded? This is where it refers the map. Everyone knows map processing. We have spent so much time in core Java in maps. So what it will call map.get, in goes the key, and out comes the value. And now it will check. So by this, it will know that, okay, this is the class has to be loaded. You understood, guys, what I said? So somebody was telling me mapping. This is what I meant. I hope this is what she meant. So incoming request ends in /hello. Your web container takes that URL pattern as the key and finds the value. So which is the value it will find? The fully qualified name of the servlet class. So now what will be the first step? Init, instantiation or class loading. Still you are saying init. After finding it out, class loading, followed by singleton instance of the servlet class. How do you confirm? Tomorrow day after we'll add a constructor and we'll confirm. So, and then which will be the first method in the life of a servlet? That answer is init. You got this? So that is when the control comes here. And where will this message be printed? On the server side console or on the client side browser? S or C? Still people are confused. After spending a day, how can you say client? This is a system.out standard output. Where is this servlet running, by the way? Is it running in the client space or is it running in the server space? Server space. So guys, don't be so confused. Don't give me such horribly wrong answer. Of course, you will see on the server console. This whole thing, servlet, web application, web container are on the server side. Unfortunately, we are running everything on the local host, but whatever I do from the client browser, that's the client, and this side is the server side. Okay, so you will see this. Now, how many times destroy method will be called by the container? Once. When? Towards the beginning or towards the end of the life cycle? Towards the end. And after calling destroy, what marks the end of any Java object lifecycle? Garbage collection. So after destroy, your servlet class instance will be marked for GC, will be marked for garbage collection. So can you tell me the trigger? You have seen the trigger. I have mentioned the triggers. Can you tell me when will, under which condition, trigger means which condition, container will call destroy? Yes. When you shut down this, no, not cleanup. Which cleanup are you talking about? There's no cleanup. Here, when you shut down the server, stop the server, yes, that is the first trigger. When you reload the context, when you make any changes, it is like your React live reload. Anytime you make a change to the code, your web context will be reloaded, web application will be reloaded, destroy will be called. It will do the destroy of all the instances and reload. And when you undeploy, there is a remove all button. So when you uninstall and deploy, again destroy gets called. So now the only remaining one is service. So tell me, how many times web container will call the service method? Multiple is a very, very vague answer, very loose answer. Please don't give once per request. My standard favorite things is numbers. 10 clients sending 5 requests each. How many times service method will be called? 50 times. Do little bit of revision of API. See, we have written a hello servlet class. Which is the super class of this class? Give me the name of the super class which is right in front of you. HTTP servlet. Abstract or concrete? Abstract. Can abstract classes be instantiated? No. So, can you directly use the HTTP servlet class and do the request processing? Never. You will have to subclass it and do the job. I'll just take a small break, guys, to say something important. There's a favorite question, popular question, that why HTTP servlet class is created as abstract class, which has completely concrete functionality. So note down somewhere, compulsory reading exercise. I hope you remember what happened in today's session. You had not read web server basics, HTTP basics, and I had to invest so much time. So it is going to be this way. If everyone reads this, it's just a 5-minute read. Not even 5 minutes, like, then I will definitely revise it as a today's revision part. Otherwise, I'm going to skip it. So somewhere noted, what is the mandatory homework? Reading homework. Go through. I've written it as a question answer form. And trust me, it is a popular question. You understood the question. Why HTTP servlet is declared as an abstract class, but with 100% concrete functionality. Okay, read it and tomorrow we'll definitely discuss. So coming back to the point, I hope you have mentioned it somewhere as a, reminder, read me. Coming back. So your super class is HTTP servlet abstract. Which methods in HTTP servlet are abstract? Which are the abstract methods? Just now I said nothing, no one, not even a single method. No, wrong answer, Ajit. Not even a single method is abstract. All are concrete. So now tell me this thing. When the client sends a request, web container will call which classes, which method. All this is really required, really popular questions. I'll repeat my question. I said, when the client sends the request, by clicking on the link, which method your web container will call? At least give me the name of the method. Service method. Great. Service method of which class? Your choices are generic servlet or HTTP servlet or hello servlet. GS, HTTP servlet or hello servlet. Open that Java docs and tell me. Guys, you are wrong. Generic servlet is its service method is abstract. Yes. So Anshumala is right. It will call the public service method, not of generic servlet, this one, of HTTP servlet. Guys, you gave me wrong answer. Recover. Recover means confirm. Your lifeline is going to be Java docs. So I hope it is all open. Here, search for, sir, your answer, I'll say. Look for generic servlet, please. Generic servlet. You should not trust a letter of what I'm saying. Confirm it yourself from the Java docs. Generic servlet class is an abstract class and look for the service method. It will tell you somewhere. It has the abstract service method. So here, if you see this service method, tell me, look at it. Don't trust a letter. Generic servlet service method, abstract or concrete? Answer is in front of you. Everyone agreed? Abstract means what? Only method declaration, no implementation. So answer me again. Whose method, whose service method web container will call? HTTP servlet classes public service method. How do you do this? Everything is well written. So what is the subclass of generic servlet? HTTP servlet. Click there. Look for service method. How many service methods you are going to see here? One or two? Two methods. Which one will it call? Will it call protected service or public service? Of course, public service. That is inherited from your generic servlet. So click on this. This is revision plus hands-on. I'm doing the two things together today for a change. Okay, so what are the two arguments of the service method? Tell me. You can see the answer. I just want you to look at it. Servlet request, servlet response. Are these interfaces or are these implementation classes? I or C? Interfaces. Where will you find it? Your options are under the Tomcat lib, servlet API jar or Catalina jar. Servlet API.jar. These are the specifications. Servlet is a one important part of Jakarta E, J2E, Java E specification. You are right. And when you click on it, you will see it is nothing but the request. And when they say object, can interfaces be instantiated? Never. So what do they mean by the request object? Anyone? You know, runnable instance, you know, connection instance, you know, comparator instance. Of course, implementation class instance. So who is going to create this implementation class instance? Programmer or web container? PRWC? Web programmer, where we created. Guys, web container is going to give it to you. See, don't feel lost. Here, are you creating this HTTP servlet request object, or is it directly passed to you in your method? Are you understanding? It is passed. So who is creating these request and response objects? Programmer or container? Container. It is too much beyond us. Is it making sense? Is it getting clearer, better? Okay. So continue. Follow the journey. So here, this is your servlet request, but we have not yet come to HTTP servlet request. So wait. So now tell me, service has, sorry, the public service method has two interface references, servlet request, servlet response. But does it do the job of servicing, or does it do the further dispatching? Answer is dispatching. So which method your public service will call? It has the answer here. I am not saying anything on my own. I'm not applying my brains at all. Protected service. Where is that protected service? Just above. And now tell me, is it still using a generic servlet request response or a HTTP specific servlet request response? Everyone knows that. What is the connection between? Is there any relationship between HTTP servlet request and servlet request? Is a relationship. HTTP servlet request is the sub interface of servlet request. Which is the super interface? Servlet request. Which is the sub interface? Specific, more specific, HTTP servlet request. Who is going to instantiate this? I mean, create the implementation class and give it to us? Web container. In which method? Service method. Likewise, servlet response.
Ma'am, there is a lag.
Lag or not understanding? Oh, lag, super lag. Okay, super interface. That was good one. So super interface. And am I audible again, guys? At such a critical time it fails that I get worried. Am I reaching you at all? Okay, so servlet response is a yes. Servlet response is a super interface. What is the sub interface we are looking at? HTTP servlet response, and that is what is going to be used as the argument, second argument. So these request response objects is not your headache. Again, lag. Guys, don't confuse me by giving wrong pseudo things. Okay, thanks. So here, this request response objects are called. Now the next question. Is the actual servicing happening in the service method, or is there further dispatching? Answer is further dispatching. So what is the code written in the service method? This is not this is your super classes HTTP servlet method, service method I'm explaining. It will check what is the method, which is the HTTP method. So let me ask you, if the data is sent using get, which method it will call? Do get. If the form data is sent via post, which method it will call further? Do post. And if it is put for modifying the resource, do put. And for deleting the resource, do delete. You got this? So now tell me, as a servlet developer, what should you do? I'm giving you choices. Override the service method or override one of these do star methods. Which one? Or both or neither? Override one of these do xxs do star method. Clear? And that is what we have reached here. Making sense? The whole discussion, the code and the API and the servlet lifecycle making sense completely? Kind of. Completely is two things. Maybe over days you'll start getting it completely. Okay. So now start telling me, what is the first step we always do? See guys, our job is to send a hello kind of a response to the client. So first step, what is the first step we always do here? Set the content type. So when you say set content type, are you setting the status code, response status code, or the header or the body? Answer is header. Very right. So set content type header. Is it a response packet ka header or is it a request? Is it a response header or request header? Of course, response header. We are sending the response. So set the content type as a response header. How do you confirm what I'm saying is correct or not? That is where we open your inspect option and confirm everything in a minute. Okay, continue. You already gave me the code. So response dot set content type, and till I take you to REST APIs, RESTful APIs, what is going to be our content type? Application/JSON or text/HTML? Text/HTML is the right answer. And sometimes when you download the images and all, you can change accordingly, binary types and all that. Now tell me, what is the step 2? Second step. Yes, very right. So now guys, you have to actually send the response body. So to send, okay, so we want to send the response. Which type of a response you want to send? Text or binary? Text. So should you use response.getWriter to get a character oriented output stream, or should you use response.getOutputStream? GetWriter or getOutputStream? You're absolutely right. Why getWriter? Because I'm sending text data and writer is what? Character oriented output. So getWriter. Anytime you want to send the binary contents, which method will you use instead?
Print writer.
No. Print writer, get writer returns. What method you'll use? Get output stream. And what is the return type of get output stream? Servlet output. Don't unmute yourself, please. Which extends from output stream. Okay. So currently we are not in binary. So get character oriented, character buffered output stream. For sending what? For reading the request or to send the response? To send the response. From where to where? From your servlet to your web client. 100% clarity is what you need to survive in J2E. Understanding is very important, not just the API. And you know, print writer is auto-closable. So this part is easy. So open the print writer. So this response object is already given to you. You're just getting the writer associated with it. And guys, even if you're in a hurry, you can always read the one-liner. Returns the print writer object that can send the character text to the client. So it takes you a minute to, just recall. So get writer. And finally, we are sending the response body. So which is the method of the print writer you can use? Print, println or printf. Print is sufficient. You can use write method also, but println will be useless. There's no carriage return. This is a text HTML. So if you want to put it a new line, you will have to use your break tag. So just have this. Oh, sorry. I mean, below the okay. pw.print. You can add a formatting if you want. You can say hello from servlet. You can say server date, or you can say server timestamp. Just to add this little bit of dynamism. Local date time dot now, and typically close the h5 tag. So if you count the line numbers, all I've written is 1, 2, and 3. But I hope you have understood the basic concepts also associated with it. Have you finished this? You let me know whenever you complete, no issues. Okay, so this is not required every time. Of course, booster method you will have to, but init and destroy only if required. You'll know all of this tomorrow onwards. So we have done with the server side steps. So now we have to deploy the web application. Has everyone changed the internal browser to external browser? I hope nobody is running it in the IDE browser. How do you do this? Window, web browser. If your internal web browser don't use, you can use Microsoft Edge, Chrome. I will suggest Chrome because inspector tools and all that are better. So Chrome is the one you suggest. I suggest. Everyone knows how to deploy. Deploy. Right click. Don't be in a hurry to say finish. Understand. Run as, run on server. And say next year. Okay, sorry. Make sure that you are using the Tomcat which we have added, not the VMware TC server that we'll use later. Next step. Now tell me, do you need all these projects or one project at a time? One project, because otherwise unnecessarily it slows down the server if the number of projects grow here. So say remove all. So are we deleting anything, or is the web application getting undeployed? Answer is undeployed. Are you getting it? So we are just uninstalling that earlier one, keeping day 3 lab, and then you can say happily finish. Say okay, yes to remove, and watch the console. Don't be here. Don't be in a hurry. I'm trying to give you good programming, good debugging practices. If there is something wrong on the console, 100% you will not, your application will not work. So here we have confirmed, because of that change port number, my application web server is running on 9090 and everything looks okay. Now go to the client side. Everyone is here? Oh, sorry, one more thing. Tell me, has your web container yet started the life cycle of the servlet? It's a yes or no Boolean question. Answer is no. Otherwise, you would have seen in it and all that, right? So container is acting in an eager manner or lazy manner. Lazy loading or eager loading? Of course, lazy. Okay, all these words are going to help you like anything in understanding Spring also later. This is like a warm-up. Okay, continue. Now, when you click on the link, you are sending the first request from client to server. Don't click on it. Open the inspect option, inspect tool, and open the network tab. Guys, network tab is your lifeline. You can anytime you are, having any problems in understanding what is working, what is not, rush here. So DevTools and React DevTools and all you ignore. We are not concerned here. Okay, so you can say clear the whole network thing. And now you send the first request. You got it? And now again, you should, I don't know what you are looking at, because that depends slightly on browser to browser, which plugins, which extensions you are chosen. Our concern is only hello. Before that, is everyone seeing this timestamp? Is it working for everyone, guys? Okay, now analyze. So here, click on this request. Okay, just expand that. You can open it in a new window also, you know that, and open the headers. This is a precious understanding, precious as in valuable understanding. So which is the requesting URL a client sent on the click of a link? Everyone can see that. Which is the URI part? Tell me the URI. /day3lab/hello. Which is the URL pattern of this URL? /hello. Using which method the request was sent? Get. Which is the response status code it got? 200. Important ones only I'm saying. Cross origin and all, course and all we'll do later in the REST APIs. Response headers. Now, content length header. Tell me, have we set it, or has web server set it automatically? P or WC? Answer is web server, web container. We have not touched with this. But tell me, content type header, who has set it? A servlet. You remember we have set it by saying response.setContentType. Are the connections established? Are you understanding that this is what we did and this is the effect? The code and the output observation always has to go hand in hand. Okay, so this is your response content type. and of course the server date, etc. And here referrer, important things. Later I'm going to expand tomorrow, cookies, session tracking, all that. We'll see the details. And you can see, I'll see anything, user agent. So this is that browser details and everything. So Chrome is the current browser. Now if you click on response, you can see the response that this is the response we had sent from the server to client. And interesting things are here. Tell me, has container now lazily started the life cycle of a servlet? Answer is right in front of you. So what is the first step? Servlet class loading. Then the instantiation using the default constructor. So that servlet instance is created on the servlet heap. I'm so sorry, server heap I meant. And then the first method it calls is init. So are we managing the threads here? Okay, let me rephrase it. Who is managing the threads here? Programmer, P or WC? WC. Is it using our good old core Java, extends thread, implements runnable scenario, or is it using executor framework? Executor framework. What is it and all? Maybe on day 3. Okay, overview. And you can see the port number and all that. And guys, you should see this. These are the thread numbers. And when you send more and more requests, you will definitely see repetitive thread numbers also over time. And this is nothing but your priority and the name of the thread group. This is sufficient for today. Now you can go to the whatever that client and you can send multiple requests. How? You can keep on refreshing. Refreshing means what? You are sending the next request to the same resource. So you can tell me, which of the methods, lifecycle methods will get called again? Init, service, or destroy? Service. Public service calling protected, protected dispatching it to doGet. So what is it you are seeing all over again is in doGet. Can I attach another client to the same web application? Can another client also be attached? Yes, do it. You can open Firefox. You can open anything, whatever you have. I mean, whichever browser. If you have Microsoft Edge, Firefox, anything you can open. And now give the this thing. Now give the URL. I was just looking at it. So here, what will be the URL to access our website? Localhost 8080. And what was it? Day 3 lab. Oh, sorry. I keep saying 8080 out of practice. It is now running on 9090. Yeah, it will tell me unable to connect. There's nothing who's listening on 8080. Okay. So can you see the welcome page? Can yeah, 9090, thanks. So here you can see that. And now what is happening? Another client is sending the request to the servlet. So send couple of requests. You can see the dynamically changing timestamp. Now for another client, will your container create the another instance of the servlet or same singleton instance will be used? Another or same? Answer is same. So same singleton servlet instance is going to be shared across multiple clients, multiple requests. How do you confirm? Here, everything has to be confirmed or just this. Which method you are seeing? Are you seeing any init method getting called? Absolutely not. Understood the statements? Only doGet, yes. Service, public service calling, protected service calling, doGet, that way. Now, if I shut down the server, how do I shut down the server? Click on the servers tab, select the server and shut down. Which method of a life cycle will get called? Everyone knows that. Your destroy method should get called. So open the server side console and 100%. This time it doesn't use that thread pool ka thread, that is executor framework thread. It uses our good old main thread to call the destroy. And now the servlet instance is marked for garbage collection. So this is a compulsory exercise to understand complete servlet life, not complete, it's not complete, but okay, I can say 50% complete servlet life cycle. Understood something or lost? When you hear the statements, when you try it out, you start getting a better feel. Okay, so this was the first job. So now second job. Today I'm not leaving you because I know, like, otherwise, you know, you'll go off into different directions, wrong directions, and feel confused. So this part is done. Now, what is the next step? This is a full revision of what we did in the morning. So now we are going to create another servlet. Will it be deployed using annotation or XML? Answer is right in front of you in the XML. Okay, but I don't want you to waste the equal amount of time. So we are going to take some shortcuts. Is the requirement clear? Is the step 1.2 clear? Before I take you to the next step, does anyone have any question? Based on what I did so far, don't ask me ahead questions. But you know, some things may not be working, some things may not be understood. So feel free. Is there anyone having any question? Before I take you to the XML deployment. Okay, if there are no, you can noting your question and ask me anytime, you know that. Okay, so now you're not getting link means what? You're not understanding link, Nilesh. Nilesh, you unmute and talk to me. HTML part you're not understanding. Oh, HTML part. I thought it is the easiest one. HTML you have done, guys. Come on.
No, ma'am. Actually, the link that we were mentioned in the HTML, I am not getting that.
Anchor tag नाही माहिती. Anchor tag.
नाही नाही म्हणजे ते लिहिली मी अँकर टॅग पण तिकडे येत नाहीये वेब पेज
म्हणजे चालत नाहीये का तुझं काहीतरी? नीट
हो
क्वेश्चन विचार ना, म्हणजे मला कळेल तुला काय म्हणायचंय ते. ओके गाईज, यू ओके व्हॉट आय सी दिस is, guys, you start working on second step. I'll help Nilesh and join you in a minute. This one, who is it? Nilesh, share your screen. Let me look at it. मला वाटलं तुला समजत नाहीये लिंकचं म्हणून I was confused. एक minute. What I'll do is this one, Nilesh. I will take control so that I can do it little fast. Okay, so practice one. You have created practice one, right? So here, web.xml. I'll do everything. Don't do anything. Okay. Welcome file index.html. Fine. Here's its index page. Web src main web app index page. Anchor tag href hello. This slash anchor tag. This also looks fine to me. Now let's see what you are saying. Okay, this has been submitted to hello servlet and it should have the add web servlet hello. This looks fine. Init is okay. Destroy text, the response text slash HTML. I think I don't see any mistake. Let's see this. Huh? Let me see what is happening. You're seeing the link. What are you saying, Nilesh? Come on, it is all working. So please check before saying things. Stop sharing. It is all working fine. I don't know what we are saying. If you have followed the steps, guys, it is impossible that it will not work. Only thing is, if you have messed up something, of course, doesn't work. So I'm interrupting you again. So I'm giving you the shortcut here. So let's not waste the time in writing the servlet all over. We're just going to make a copy of it. Okay. So first thing is during development, stop the server. So just check. My server is already stopped. Now add another link. And you can say hello to maybe. And test servlet deployed using XML tags. You tell me whenever you are done, we'll continue. You must have finished all this already. Let me know when you have added another link with some another URL pattern, let's say /hello2. Done. Now, instead of wasting time doing the exactly same things, let us copy the servlet. So observe. Observe means do it. So under src main Java pages, copy hello servlet, Control C, Control V, click on pages, Control V, and you can say you can have another this, let's say hi servlet or second servlet, anything, any name. So simply copy hello servlet to hi servlet.java. I'll wait. I don't want you guys to waste time. That is why the effort. Keep telling me whenever you are done. Done the copy? Open hi servlet.java and tell me, are you going to deploy it with XML or annotation? XML. So get rid of the annotation part. Remove the annotation. So now, if you run it, if you deploy it, and if user clicks on that link, whatever, second link, what will you get? HTTP 404 or the response? HTTP 404 client-side error, because there's no mapping between, there's no information, there's no entry made in the map to listen to map to that slash what was it, slash hello2, I guess. So now here, just to see whether it is going to change and all, just make little changes in it 1, 2, 3. You know, so we'll know that this is the next different servlet. Just make some changes. Do get 1, 2, 3. You're understanding. I just want to show you the different outputs for different servlet. Okay, don't touch anything else. Just replace, just add, make some SOP changes. And now, where do we add? Which is the file which your web container will read as a deployment descriptor? Web.xml. What is the location of web.xml? Here it is already open under web.inf. So open web.xml, and here is where you are going to add, which tags you are going to add? Servlet deployment tags. Why I'm repeating each and every word I said in theory session? Because I'm totally aware some of you might have done it, some of you not. So the whole 100% revision. So tomorrow morning I don't have to again invest time. Now you tell me, for deploying a single servlet, which are the couple of tags, which are the pair of tags you have to write? One is servlet and the other one is servlet mapping. So start with the servlet. Unfortunately, you have to remember these tags because there can be a question or two. Okay, so start with servlet, choose servlet, and it will give you the closing tag. Which is the child tag you will add here? Which are the two child tags we are going to add here? Inside name and a class, very right. So simply say control space, or you can start writing and you can say servlet name, and then you can add a servlet class. XML has a predefined sequence, so you cannot garble the sequence. It will start giving you red crosses. Right now it will give you because we have not filled up the values. Keep them all blank. Control Shift F for formatting. Which is the other tag? Mapping tag. So add the servlet mapping tag. In servlet mapping tag, copy the servlet name. And which is the additional tag you will add here for mapping? URL pattern, very right. So add URL pattern. I'll wait for everyone to complete this blank structure. Blank as in we're not given any values. So let there be red crosses. We're going to remove them. You let me know when you reach here. And anytime you want me to wait, you just have to tell me to wait, I'll wait. Okay, so we generally start filling it up in a bottoms up manner. So anyone, look at, it's not a memory-based question. Look at your own index page and tell me what is the value of the URL pattern you are going to get. You're going to give. It is /hello2. Why it has to be preceded with the slash? Because that is how the valid URL pattern works. It appears in the URL, so you have to start it with a slash. So go back here. Don't make spelling mistakes. Hello2. Is there any specific servlet name, or can I give any arbitrary servlet name? Anything. You know, you can make it as XYZ. XYZ is weird enough, arbitrary enough. But now here, can I get anything or do I have to make it as XYZ? You'll have to copy it as XYZ. Otherwise, how will the mapping will happen? And the last thing is, what is it here? Fully, you just take the cursor here and you'll know fully qualified servlet class name. So please don't make mistakes in the spellings. You know, otherwise spelling mistakes can kill you unnecessary. So pages dot high servlet. Okay, so add that here. And now take a minute to understand what we did. You first finish it and then we'll explain. Tell me when you have filled up the tags. Done? Great. So now see this. Okay, let me ask you, systematic questions. Who is going to read this web.xml? Web container. When? Only once or every request? Only once at the deployment time. So when it starts looking at the servlet deployment tags, what it will search for? It will search for a URL pattern. From URL pattern, it will check the servlet name. What it will check now? Is there a matching servlet name in the servlet tag? If it doesn't exist, will it add the entry in that map or will it not add the entry in the map? If it doesn't find the matching this, of course it won't add the entry. But if all goes well, as in if it finds this, can you tell me after the interpretation of these, what will be the entry in the containers map? What will be the key and what will be the value? Everyone should know the answer. Key, please. /hello2. And what will be the value here? Fully qualified servlet class name. Everyone has understood this mapping business, key and a value pair. So guys, whether it is from the annotation or whether it is from XML, how does it matter? It is going to get entered into the same map, and it's the whole life cycle, whole processing, whole understanding is the same. Got me so far? Okay, but don't do the mistake of adding this information in both the places, then the container doesn't like it. In short, should you add it as an annotation? You can, that is preferred way. As an alternative, either or, not both. Either mention it annotation or mention it XML. Understood me completely? So here, so this is the thing. And what is it we are going to use throughout J2E? Largely annotations. But like I was answering, and rather asking, understanding things with XML is super easy because you actually can see what is happening. So that is the advantage of XML over annotation. Okay, going ahead, too much time spent. Deploy and check. Right click, run as, run on server. Now we have done everything. So next and all. So now onwards you can say finish. Always wait for the server to start properly. As in, go to the server side console, confirm, are there any exceptions? Are there any errors? There were none. Go to the client side. Can you all see both the links? And this first one was done with the annotation. So that is working, obviously. Check it out. It's init and do get. Go to the client side browser. Say back. Try the link for the deployment using XML. Tell me, working or not working? Both the links should work because the first one was already deployed. And see this output on the console. You will see that other servlet, we changed it to init123, you remember? So how many servlets are deployed now on the server space? Server heap, 1 or 2? How many instances are there on the container space? 2. One was that hello servlet and other one is hi servlet. Is the understanding kind of complete? Okay, 50%, 60%. Near completion. Fine. It will grow to 100%. Just give yourself 2-3 days. Okay, so that is it. Now the next step. So this we did. Now we are going to play with it. So before I start telling you, observe and conclude. Guys, all this is for your debugging, for easy troubleshooting. Because when you get a problem, you feel so panicked, you feel so lost, and you feel like giving up. So not to get you there, kinds. So can I continue to the 1.3, or anyone needs time? Anyone wants me to wait, or can I continue?
मैम मेरा एरर आ रहा है.
Okay, share the screen.
Okay.
It is telling you this one. Who is it? Rajiv. Class not found exception pages dot hello. Hello का spelling H का नहीं, hello का यही है. Just let me see. See, it is telling you so clearly. Pages dot hello मिल नहीं रहा है उसको. So go to hello.java and let me see what class name you have given. Rajiv, we have done so many days in core Java. Do we ever give the name of the class starting with lowercase? So please, anyway, open that hello.java. SRC main Java में है. Okay, I'll take control. This one, give me control. Oh, open the IDE, please. I got you on this desktop. Yeah, let me open now. Don't do anything. So default package, it has to be in a package. I always create a package. The web container cannot understand the unpackaged stuff. So these are the day one core Java instructions, Rajiv. I don't want you to make this mistake. Anyway, I'll refactor your code in a minute. Right click, refactor, rename. I don't like this lowercase this at all. Guys, others who are listening, please, if you are having the similar error, fix it. Hello. And here, I'm going to make it part of the package first. So here, I'll just put it under the pages. Your container is loading once again, so no problem. I'll just shift it to pages. Why you added under the default packages beyond me? It's not allowing me. So let me stop the server first. And then I will shift it. So here I'm just trying to drag and drop it here. Darshana, take help of some other lab faculty while I'm at it. Guys, help these. So here. So otherwise you can wait, of course. So here, who is it? Rajiv. I'm just adding a package statement. I don't know how you forgot the package statement. Package.
मैम ये फर्स्ट हेलो वाला है, ये वर्क कर रहा था मैम.
अरे package केल्याशिवाय कधी आपण okay, I don't know whether you understand Marathi or not. You have to add the unpackaged. Do we ever create unpackaged classes, Rajiv? What kind of a mistake it is? Not acceptable. So we have this hello. Let me see now. Hello and hello to both are there. Okay. And now let's say this thing. What is it we are saying is? So I think now we'll have to change your web.xml. Hello. So this is never ever create the classes with the lowercase names and all that.
Okay.
Becomes a little slow from remote. You should be looking at the server-side console, this one, Rajiv.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm looking at that server-side console here, starting the Tomcat. Okay, so it has started. And now let's see. Let me refresh. Okay, so that was your mistake. Your mistake was this thing. What was it? You are using an unpackaged servlet class.
Yes.
Never ever do that. Stop sharing. Anyone needs help, or have you managed it, figured it out?
Yes, ma'am. I need it. Can I share?
Yeah, please go ahead. Show me the problem, Rohit.
मॅम ऍक्च्युली ब्राउझरवर येत नाही इथे क्लिक केल्यावर टाइम स्टॅम्प ब्लँक येते.
राईट क्लिक कर, इकडे दाखव मला सर्व्हर कन्सोल वर दाखव काही एरर येते का. इट इज गोइंग इन डू गेट. हे केलं नसेल pw.print मध्ये टाकलं नसेल. शो मी द कोड. हॅलो सर्वलेट दिखाओ. शो मी द डू गेट मेथड. अरे SOP नहीं, line number 54. Rohit, basic understanding mistake. If you say SOP, it will appear on the server side. If you want to send it in the response body, क्या करना पड़ेगा? pw.println. Fix it. Stop sharing and it will work. Stop sharing. Fix it on your own. You understood what I said, Rohit? It
हाँ,
is
समझ गया.
has to be passed through the print writer. Okay? Stop sharing and fix it. Next
ma'am.
one.
Ma'am,
Yeah, one at a
Can I
time.
share my screen? Hello,
Yeah,
ma'am.
start sharing immediately. No problem. I'll look at it.
तो मैम ये सर्वर पे प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है.
Bug na, line number 15. It's a mixing of wrong this. This servlet tag you have added under this. So line number 15 card. आणि ती वरती टाक. You have to close that tag first. Na? Line number 15 निकालो and close that after welcome file. नहीं, हाँ, correct. Yes, it's a wrong nesting of the tags. Save it. No. Hello. I was looking at it. I think that red cross was still there. This one, Saurabh. Can you share your screen again? That red cross should go away. Huh, it is gone. Now you can try. Yeah, you can stop sharing. Next one, please.
Hello, ma'am. Can you? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, share.
Ma'am, I got this error.
It is telling you, see guys, you just have to read. It is saying class not found exception. Hi servlet is not working, not to this thing. Very good, Rohit. So take me to the server. I mean, take me to ID. Hi servlet. Show me the name of the class you got. Guys, same thing I explained to Rajiv. When you write a class, do we ever write the class names? Do we ever start it with a lowercase? I don't know what is wrong with you. This one, Ankit, open hiservlet.java.
Yes,
And I think again you have created as unpackaged class. Take it to the top.
no, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Open. Scroll up करो, scroll up. वही hi servlet, वहाँ पे package statement ही नहीं है. You remove the package. No, it is there. It is there. Sorry. I take it back. Spelling mistake लगता है. So rename this. Can I do this? Wait a second. Huh? So that I'll explain and I'll do it parallelly.
Okay,
So,
ma'am.
So here we'll refactor. It will work without this, but doesn't look professional when you have this kind of a thing. So it should start with a uppercase. That's not the exact problem. Your problem is, I guess, spelling mistake, but we'll check. We'll remove it. So I'll just say hi servlet. First letter I just wanted to be uppercase. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
And now
Okay.
we are just doing the web.xml thing. We'll just check your.
Hi.
Yeah. I'll just confirm again. Your spelling was actually fine. Let me just see, huh? This one, Ankit. Oh,
Okay,
you
ma'am.
had kept the annotation. Guys, I told so many times, one single servlet, you cannot deploy using both. You can either
Okay.
use annotation or XML. That was your main mistake.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Got it. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So now you can run it and I think it will work. If you have a problem, talk to me again. You can stop. Oh, you can run it with me. No problem. Run it. Run on server. You can say finish. Watch the console always, Ankit, for getting the
Yes, ma'am.
this. You did not. You never watch the console. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now go to the client, please.
Okay, ma'am. Got
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
Thank you.
Next one. Anyone needs help or are we all good? Nobody needs help? Can we continue, guys? Let me see if anyone is asking for help. Working fine? Can I continue? Okay. So let me share my screen again. Okay. So now we are going to play with things and that will give you even more clarity, even more confidence. So we are into 1.3. So first read. This is all day one exercise for web programming in Java. So here, you must be wondering. I hope you are wondering. If you're not wondering, that means you're not thinking. You must be wondering that sometimes she tells us, she means I tell you to add a slash. Sometimes I tell you not to add a slash. So you have to get it correctly in your head. So let us add the slash in the href and we'll observe and conclude. So see here, everything has to be like completely understood. So open this thing. What is it called? Index page. And here you can add slash anywhere. Let's add the slash for the first one, slash hello. Because you remember we are giving the URL pattern with slash hello. So it's a very genuine question that why I'm not adding it here. So I just want to show you. Has everyone added the slash in the link? I mean in the href. If you make the change in the HTML, you don't need to restart the server. You just have to refresh the page. So just check whether your server is running. So my server is running, so I'm not restarting anything. Go over to the client side, please. This is now I hope everyone knows client side, server side, and all that. And here, let's have the first page, day 3 lab. Okay. Just refresh it once for the confirmation, couple of times. And now click on the first link and tell me what you saw. The output or 404. 100% 404. And you will know one of my favorite statements in J2E is all answers are in the URL. So click on the URL and control C it. I mean copy it. And here I'm taking the efforts. So the URL which will be generated, I'll upload this. If I forget, please remind me, like somebody reminded me yesterday. So here, coming back. So this is the URL which it has sent. So tell me, is it a correct URL or is it missing something? I'm telling you, all answers are in URL. Anything is missing or are you happy with this URL? Okay, so what is missing? The context root is missing. So guys, you can see this. This is the scheme. Scheme means protocol. This is your host colon port. And the beginning of the URI should have been started with context path, context root, that is missing. So here, so naturally, of course, how will your container know which web application? So, you know, web container is thinking that there is a web application with the context root slash hello. Correct or wrong? Is it correct? Do you have any web application with the context path slash hello? Of course not. Are you getting me? So the point is, simple point is, when you add slash, it goes as the root of all web applications and it takes slash as the context root. So is our context root slash or is it slash day 3 lab? Slash day 3 lab. So should you give the absolute path with slash or should you give the path relative to the current web application? A for absolute, R for relative. Relative path is the correct way. So this page will be found relative to, this map will be relative to the current web application. That is why you don't add the slash in the in the link tag. Understood what will happen if you do it by mistake? So we are using all the relative paths. Is 1.3 clear? I'll make it a complete this. If you get this, what will you get is HTTP 404 and reason you everyone knows. With me so far? Got the same observation so far? Completely clear. Now let's do the other way. So let us try to remove the slash from the URL pattern and let's see what happens. Okay. So see this. I have got my URL pattern here as hello. So now open your hello servlet and remove the leading slash from this. Guys, you keep making all these mistakes. So I'm just taking efforts to help you that if this kind of error happens, troubleshoot it this way. This is nothing but troubleshooting tips. So has everyone removed that slash from the hello? And save it and watch the console. All answers are either on the URL or on the console. Wait for it to reload. So it has reloaded and tell me, has it okay, is it failing or has it reloaded the context correctly? Exception or no exception? Don't just tell me fail to restart. Guys, you are a Java developer. If you want to take Java technology as a project, you have to be smart. When I say smart, you should always look at root cause. So tell me, which is the exception your JVM web container is throwing? Give me the name of the exception. Illegal argument exception. Keep your eyes open and you'll understand. It is telling you guys, you got an invalid URL pattern. Since URL pattern is the very much part of the URL, what should it start with? Slash or no slash? It should start with a slash. And the moment you make this mistake, container throws you out and your web application does not deploy. Understood the observation? Guys, I'm telling you, I'm not selling this, but the point is, if you get this error, that is why I insist, first check the console. Is it all clear? And if there is a mistake, you can find it with using cause by so easily. So I'll make a note of it as in point. So if you do this, so what is the observation and the conclusion? The web application, like you told me, failed to start. Which was the exception your container threw? I'll upload it. Please remind me if I forget. So the exception was java.lang. Illegal argument exception. So the exception thrown was, this is all troubleshooting tips. I hope you realize that. Illegal argument exception. And what is the root cause? Root cause, it gives you the cause. So that root cause was nothing but invalid URL pattern. So what is the conclusion? The conclusion is any URL pattern must start with a slash. Got it completely so far? 100% with me? Okay. Now, next probable. See guys, I have seen so many students over time and you as a fresher, you don't understand things and you keep making mistake. So let me guard you against that. So now let us say we are going to do this. So before that, let me ask you. Okay, I'll not ask the question. It is little early to ask a question. So now, what will happen as a mistake? These are all mistakes, innocent mistakes, silly mistakes. If you give the same URL pattern to multiple servlets, what do you think will happen? Problem or no problem? Error or no error? Of course, a problem. Guys, here, suppose you give slash hello, for example, to first servlet and second servlet. And if the client sends a request sending slash hello, ending in slash hello, you're totally confusing your container. Container doesn't know whether to route it to the first servlet or whether to route it to the second servlet. And in such case, container exactly ambiguity. Yes, server itself will not start. So let's confirm this. It takes you a second to confirm, but take that, okay, second, minute, whatever, but take those minutes. They are important. So first, let us remove that earlier mistake. So add this slash hello. And where is that other servlet deployed? In web.xml. Usko bhi make it slash hello. Are you understanding? I'll repeat. Hello servlet annotated with slash hello. Hi servlet web.xml. Again give the same URL pattern. And now say save. And watch the console. It's not detecting this, so you can restart the server in this case. Sometimes, it takes a restart. So click on this and there is a button here, start. So when the server is already started, it will restart the server. And then tell me, could your server start or did it fail to start? You restart the server and let me know server started or failed to start. I'll wait for your response. It has to fail to start. Of course, answer is ambiguity. Somebody already told me. So now open the console and read. And it tells you, I'm telling you in such a clear-cut manner. Guys, what you don't do is you get hyper and you start like, panic and all that. All you have to look at is the error message caused by, which is again the name of the exception, illegal argument exception. But is the cause same or is it different? Cause is different. It is telling you so clearly what more you want from Java or what more you want from web container. The servlet's name XYZ and hello servlet are both mapped to the same pattern, which is definitely not allowed. Classic ambiguity. Understanding the statements I'm making? Okay, so just put it down in a piece of paper. I mean, I'll do it for this. So here in this case, simply web server fails to start. So guys, if these are the conditions, I don't want any panic. I don't want you troubling lab faculties, because you can fix these errors yourself and you feel so much happy when you find your own mistakes. So web server fails to start. What is the name of the exception? Very same, but the root cause is different. So the root cause is nothing but the root cause is multiple servlets cannot be. I'm just trying to help you with common errors. If there is a special error, we'll look into it gladly. That will educate us also more for the next batch. Multiple servlets cannot be, cannot be mapped to the same URL pattern. Making sense? Whatever we are saying, is it making sense? Are you understanding it? I'll share all these observations, obviously. It is for you. So now I'll ask my question. Can two servlets have the same URL pattern? It's a Boolean question. 100% not. You saw just now. But converse. Can one servlet have multiple URL patterns? You'll say we don't know. And of course you don't know. The correct answer is yes. And that is what you're going to see next. So I did not add it actually. So let me make it as 1.55 or something. Can, all these are popular things, typically asked, typically required to know. Forget asking. Can one servlet be deployed under multiple URL patterns? It is like, you have, I'm just giving an analogy. You have an official name, which is on your birth certificate. You have a nickname. When you go to friend's party, you have a separate name. Likewise, one servlet can have multiple URL patterns. Can be deployed under this? Answer is yes. And how do you do that? Using the tags, using the either tags or using the annotation. Both I'm going to show. So, first of all, let us remove this error. So go to your web.xml and make it as, change it as hello2, so that, you don't have a problem. So one is deployed at /hello, one is deployed at /hello2. Now open hello servlet. And I'm just telling you, can it have, okay, let me ask you, which is the current URL pattern it is mapped to? Current URL pattern of hello servlet /hello. So now there is a tag. The name of the tag means there is an attribute to web servlet annotation. Two attributes. One is value or URL patterns. Both are the same. So add a value here. And you can say value is equal to, it is an array of strings. So when you say array, start with the curly braces. And here you can give something. Please don't mix it as hello2 and all. So you can say /hi. So just add the attribute name value. Actually, you can drop here, but let's add it. The same this, the another name for value attribute is URL pattern. You can just take the cursor here and it will tell you. Either you say URL patterns or you say value. It is the same. So now tell me. First do it. After web container reads this, can you tell me how many entries it will add in the map? After reading the highlighted code, how many entries will be added in the map? Those who are saying 2 are correct. What will be the key and the value of the first one, guys? You can write in short forms, I understand. Yes, exactly, Akshay. /hello and fully qualified name, whatever, pages.hello servlet. What will be the second entry, guys? /hi and value the same. Can you have a map having, what is it called, duplicate values? Yes. So that is the example. Keys have to be distinct. If anyone asks me what is the use case, I'll say none. There's no use case other than just, exam objective, just to show you that it is possible. But is it really useful? Actually, practically, at least I don't know about any special use case. I can't think of anything. But is it possible? 100% yes. So now test it. So I think you have added it. Now please go to index.html and here copy this into hi. So tell me, when you click on the first link or third link, which is the servlet which will be servicing it? Hello servlet or hi servlet? The hello servlet. Okay. So this is to be confirmed here. Same thing I'm showing you from the XML tag. Open the web.xml. I hope you are not getting confused in the names, guys. I'll repeat. I'll show you. /hello/hi, map it to hello servlet. Then I told you to copy the link just to confirm what we said is right or wrong. So we will test it in a minute. But before that, please open web.xml. Now tell me, currently this hi servlet is mapped to which URL? /hello2. Can I add additional URL patterns here? Very much yes. Whatever you can do in annotation, I can do it in XML. So just copy this tag and paste it. You can have multiple occurrences of this. Don't give the same value. You know what happens. Let's say /hello3, something. And then add this link with /hello3 and observe and conclude. Just use some different words again or something to prove the point, to understand the point. If this is confusing to anyone, I'll say skip it. This is not such an important point. But as a technical question, you should know what is possible, what is not possible. So are we good? Hello 3, right? You just do the matching. And if I make a mistake, shout. So I think we are okay. So we are going to use this one, the third and the fourth links, and we'll see whether it works at all. If you have not messed up, it will work. Run on server, finish. Always watch the console. Console always tells you the story that is it going to work further at all. Look for always errorless, error-free console. I just had a recent training, I'm just sharing a thing, not as comparing. I never compare one to another. One batch to this. Anyway, and you know what they were saying that there is an error. So I was wondering which error they are talking about. And you know what they were thinking? Because it is in red, it is an error. So red is just a coloring scheme they have given. There is no error here on the console. Okay, so be clear. Go to this thing. What is it called? Client side browser, and tell me the first one works. Third one, same servlet works again. Second one, deployed via XML. The fourth one, the same servlet but with a different URL pattern. And if I ask you the important question, how many servlet instances are there in the heap now? Options are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 2. Very right. I was as scared, I was worried if anyone will give a wrong answer. Servlets are only two, but can one servlet have multiple URL patterns for deployment? Answer is yes. Understood what I said? Clear enough? Okay. I think we are coming to the end of it. Okay, so this I'm not going to like handhold you or something. I'll just tell you, and I'm sure you can manage. Because after that, you may have so much of JDBC pending work and all. So I have already eaten up a lot of lab session. I'll just discuss this. So tomorrow onwards, we are formally going to start developing content management system. Some part I will do in the theory session, continuation you will do. Anytime you feel, I don't want to solve your case study because you have already partially solved it. If you see today's this thing, what is it called? Today's help. I've given you tons of case studies. I mean, you can check when anything. But initially, I'll say till you are comfortable, continue with me, and then you can solve additional things, weekend approaching and all that. So coming back to the point, this is your case study. So which part you are going to start with? Just keep it tested, I'm telling you. So we will add rather you will add a login form. Don't waste time in HTML. I have given you login form. I'll show you where. Okay. And this login form, if the form is already written and all, you have to submit it to a servlet. So let us call it as a login servlet. Don't do this today. See, if anyone wants to do it, fine. I'm not expecting. So read the problem statement. So here, I've given all the details. Copy login form from where? Today's help, HTML pages, login.html. So first check whether you can find it. Is everyone finding the login form from there? HTML pages, login form. If you don't like that look and feel, go ahead and change it to Bootstrap, CSS, container classes, whatever. I would say don't waste time. You are learning Java, not HTML, CSS here. Anyway, so where are you going to copy it? Where are you going to paste it? WebINF or web app? Root or under WebINF? Under root, under web app. You got me? And now, okay, you can just, I'll just copy this. It's a minutes thing. So you are going to develop, so you can stop the server in between. And here, what you are going to do is copy it under web app. Just have, oh, sorry. I don't think I copied correctly. I'm just copying it again, pasting it again. Okay. And when you open this login form, it is nothing hi-fi, nothing great. Just change the action to validate, or you can say authenticate, anything. You can say login also, I don't care really. And how do we typically submit the login form with password as a sensitive information? Get or post? Everyone knows the answer. Change it to action authenticate. Action name can be anything. And method, but method I want as a post. Got me so far? So now, when the form is submitted by the client using clicking on the login button, will you see the data? Will you see this email? There are two request parameters, email and password. Will they appear in the query string or will they be in the body of the request? In the request body. Okay. So how will you know? I think I've written the whole question. Okay. So what you have to do, you just have to write a login servlet. You can call it authenticate, validate, anything. And you just have to display the user's email and a password. Literally 5 minutes it will take you. I'm not doing it with you because something you have to do on your own. So you just tell me which is the API, which is the method you are going to use for reading the request parameter. Anyone? Which is the method you will use? Which API? I think you're typing. I hope you're typing. For reading the email and the password, which servlet request method you want to use? You remember we talked about those methods? I don't think anyone is typing. Oh yeah, anyway, somebody is. Request.get parameter is a very right answer. And anyone wants to tell me what will be the parameter name? In goes the parameter name, out comes the value. So what will be the parameter name you'll use? EM. And you can change this to email, input type email also. And this will be pass. Will you require get parameter or get parameter values in both the cases? Of course, get parameter, there's only one value associated with it. Which method you are going to, okay, let me say this. Which methods you are going to override in your servlet? Only do post. Do you need init and destroy today? Today you don't. But tomorrow when we continue to actually, case study, where I hope you will start preparing your user DAO instance and all that prerequisite which I have told you. So then we will do init, destroy and full-fledged. We'll start with the case study. So today, even if you don't do any of it, and even if you just override do post and send in the response, this is your email ID, this is your password, more than happy. Is everyone clear with the question? Can everyone manage it comfortably? Okay. So this is where, our conversation stops, ends. Now you go ahead and complete your DAO layer or whatever pending work, whatever revision you want, continue with that. Oh, sorry, one more last trouble I'm going to give you. I just want to show you how do you import my existing project in your workspace. Have you tried it already? The web project I'm saying. Or shall we do it tomorrow? We can do it tomorrow also. Tell me. If people are saying they have done it. Anyway, anyone has any issue, you can tell me. I can show you tomorrow how to import the existing web project into workspace. Similar things. So guys, go ahead with your pending work. I'm still here. So if you have any queries, if something is not working at your end, this thing. Shubham, the content length is number of characters in the response. So that is 70. Okay, continue. I'm here. If you have any questions, do ask. Otherwise, continue with your whatever, earlier work, revision, anything.
Hello.
Lab data, yes. It is like same Java project, this one, Rohit. You sometimes get errors, so I was going to show you. But the steps are the same. One second, I'll share this project and then take the next question. I'm anyway going to create. Let me just do it right away. Otherwise, I forget after a while. So wait a second, please. This is what day 3. So let me create day 3 lab data. And I'm putting here one Eclipse project, which I did it with you, day 3 lab. And the other one is updated instructions. And I'm sending it to day 3 data. Day 3 lab data also. Okay, so you will get whatever in between. If you missed anything, you should get it all. I'm sending you right. One second, I'm in the middle of something. You can see that. I'll also put it on the Google Drive. Here I'm sending you.
एक मिनिट sorry to interrupt, but ma'am ह्याची डायग्राम आहे ना ती नाहीये त्याच्यामध्ये डे 2 मध्ये.
एकच
Request
मिनिट,
response.
एक सेकंड थांब. One at a time. थांब जरा. Day 3 lab data zip I have uploaded. Okay, I've sent you on this chat. Let me just upload it in the Google Drive. I'll come to you. This one, Rohit. एकच मिनिट थांब. Yeah. So which diagram you are saying it is missing? कोणती diagram missing है?
Request response.
I don't think so, but anyway, I'll check. Day 3 data.
In day 2, I think day 2.
Day 2 मध्ये नाही, आज day 3 आहे आपला. Day 3 J2E आहे. तर व्हाईट बोर्ड आहे ना रिक्वेस्ट रिस्पॉन्स. हा काय?
Okay.
Okay, so look into day 3 data. आज day 3 आहे आपला J2E चा. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
मॅम लॅब इन्स्ट्रक्शन होतं ना त्याच्यामध्ये तसं होतं तिकडेच शोध होतो मी.
Okay, मग ते मी हे करायचं राहिलं असेल.
Maybe
I must have forgotten to edit it.
Sorry.
I was supposed to take it on day 2. It got
Sorry.
delayed to day 3. That's why. Okay, continue. Any such problems, any more such issues? Tell me.
Hello, ma'am. Can I share my screen?
Yes, of course. Show me, Ganesh. Console पे double click and let me see the error. Console. हाँ, because that is where you see the problem, ना?
Ma'am, errorचा problem नाहीये मॅम. मला एक
Class not
विचारायचं.
code exception आहे रे. Okay,
नाही नाही
त्याने
नाही
fix करायचं तुला, but ठीक आहे. Anyway, हाँ बोल.
मॅम मी नवीन प्रोजेक्ट क्रिएट करतोय ना.
Okay. Static नाही, dynamic web project. Correct. हाँ.
Okay.
3.1. Next one. Okay. Next one. Check that. काय प्रॉब्लेम येतोय? एरर
Ma'am,
येते ना तिथे?
हो.
एरर.
ते JRE सिस्टम लायब्ररीचं कोड.
JRE सिस्टम लायब्ररीचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सो तुझं 1 मिनिट, I'll just take the control.
Yes,
मॅम
ma'am.
त्याचं सर्व्हर चेंज होतंय बहुतेक 17 असेल. मला पण प्रॉब्लेम येत होता. जे G11 असतं ना,
JDK
आपण
11 करा
JDK
हे मी
11,
पहिल्यापासून सांगितलं होतं गणेश. 100 times I have told you.
17 होतंय ते actually.
हा, मग
मॅम
ते
JDK
काय
11च आहे. 17 ऑटोमॅटिकली होते. माहिती नाही का होत.
ते काय होतंय सांगते. एकच मिनिट, मला हा प्रॉब्लेम आला होता अर्लियर ह्याच्यात सुद्धा. आय एम ट्राइंग टू रिकॉल. तर तुम्ही काय, ओके, I'll tell you, I'll give you the instructions easily. हे JDKचाच प्रॉब्लेम आहे. तर ह्याच्यात सोल्युशन, व्हॉट इज द क्विक फिक्स आय हॅव फाउंड आउट, हे बघ मी तुला दाखवते. अदर्स हॅव्हिंग द सेम प्रॉब्लेम प्लीज. एक सेकंड. विंडोज प्रेफरन्सेस मी फक्त कन्फर्म करते. हे इथे JDK 11 आहे, करेक्ट. पण तुझ्या गणेश पाथ मध्ये JDK 17 असणार आहे. लेट मी नॉट से एनीथिंग बिफोर सेइंग. एक काम कर, कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन द कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट. हा, आणि तिथे कर पाथ, टाइप कर पाथ. आय कॅन डू इट. ओके, यू कॅन डू इट. जस्ट टाइप पाथ, एंटर. हे बघ इथे ओरॅकलचा पाथ आहे. तर पहिला तुझा JDK 11 चा. Guys, others, I'll talk in English so that everyone can get it. Is if anyone is facing this kind of problems, because you have JDK 17 also, JDK 11 also. So I'll give you the instructions. Can I do it?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you can also do it. I'll just give you the instructions. Open the environment variable, please. You can search for, edit environment variable. Go to that path, niche wala path. Yes, edit. Oh, it is not allowing. Add yourself admin option. Admin se kholo. Currently, it is not allowing you to edit this one, Ganesh.
Right.
You require admin this. Yeah. So I'll give you the verbal instruction, guys. So
Okay.
you edit the path. Okay. Later you log in as an administrator or give yourself, or open it as admin. So edit karke, first entry in the path should be what? JDK 11 bin. And move that entry. Just recently I showed it to somebody, I don't remember who. So just move up the entry all the way at the top. Okay, 1 second dena. I'll share my screen. You stop your sharing. Guys, you can do it with me. So here you can say path, edit system environment variable. I've given all these statements on the first day we met, the command prompt we were working on. Open this environment variables. I'll wait here till you say okay. And here you just have to click on this path. You have to run it as you should have admin permissions. It is your own desktop, so I mean you should have. Got it here so far? And here then you say edit. And the first entry, if there is no entry JDK 11 bin, you can always add a new entry. There is a new. But if you have this entry, simply move it up. I'll say it clearly and easily. The first entry in the path, make it as JDK 11 bin. Okay it all the way. And then check again. You understood my instructions, guys? Respond something yes, no. Okay, try it out and tell me after a while. I'm still here. This happens because your JDK 17 is first encountered in that Java path, and that is what is killing you. I'll just be back in a second. You please continue. I'll just be back. Okay, did it help you or did it not? Setting the path, first entry, or are you trying still? Try it out and tell me. So many of you are suffering like this, I guess. So before trying it out here, you always open the command prompt, and from command prompt, just ensure the first entry in the path environment variable should be. After that, you add JDK 17, JDK 17, I have 16, I don't care. But the first entry in the path must be this. I'll add this as an instruction in the Tomcat steps so that it'll help you. I'm sending you this in a written manner. Guys, I have added this step of, ensuring the path. So you can refer to that. And I'm still awaiting your response. Did it work or is it still giving you the same trouble? You let me know whenever you have finished testing. I'm here. Anything not understood, anything not working, tell us. We'll try to help you.
हॅलो मॅम,
Yes?
माझं सर्व्हर कनेक्ट नाही होत आहे. शेअर करू स्क्रीन.
हो कर.
दिसतंय ना?
It started sharing. Okay, so just say okay to that. Okay म्हण तिथे फक्त
Okay.
pop-up येतात. And show me the console. Console वर double click कर. Is there any error?
हो येस मॅम, इलिगल आर्ग्युमेंट दाखवतोय.
हा तो म्हणतोय ना, आत्ताच आपण केलं राकेश.
मी
आत्ताच
चेक
आपण
केलं
बोललो.
मॅम, पण होत नव्हता,
अरे.
त्यामुळे ट्राय केलं.
एक मिनिट समजून घे.
Okay.
एबीसी आणि हाय सर्वलेट 2 ह्या दोन्हीला स्लॅश हॅलो 2 ला झालाय. तर शो मी आता तुझे सर्वलेट्स दाखव मला. आत्ताच तर आपण ह्या प्रॉब्लेम बद्दल बोललो. एक काम कर. ओके, हॅलो सर्वलेट उघड. हॅलो सर्वलेट डॉट जावा स्लॅश हॅलो आणि स्लॅश हाय. ठीक आहे. आता हाय सर्वलेट 2 उघड. इथे तुझं राहिलं अनोटेशन किंवा XML लाईन नंबर 24 काढून टाक. यू कॅनॉट डिप्लॉय इट विथ बोथ. समजलं का?
हो.
यू कॅन आयदर डिप्लॉय इट विथ अनोटेशन और XML, राईट? काढून टाक. ते सगळं काढून टाक. लाईन नंबर 24 अख्खा अनोटेशनच काढ. कारण यू हॅव डिप्लॉयड इट युझिंग व्हॉट? XML. वेब डॉट
Okay.
XML उघड. आता त्याच्यात तू बघ हाय सर्वलेटला डिप्लॉय केलंयस. कळतंय ना? आता
हो.
चालेल. सेव्ह करून बघ. सेव्ह ऑल.
सेव्ह केलं ना?
नाही, थर्ड बटन तिकडे सेव्ह झालं का? आता
हो.
बघ एक मिनिट तो रन होतोय का? डबल क्लिक ऑन कन्सोल. नाही, कन्सोल वर डबल क्लिक कर.
नाही, रन करावं लागेल ना मॅम.
स्टॉप केला होता का? हा, मग ठीक आहे, मग रन कर, स्टार्ट कर. तिथे आहे ना स्टार्ट बटन. चेक द कन्सोल. नाही, अजूनही एरर येते, अजूनही प्रॉब्लेम आहे. ओके म्हणते ते बघ कन्सोल वर काय एरर येते, अजून कुठेतरी राहिलंय. ओके, इनव्हॅलिड URL पॅटर्न. तिथे स्लॅश टाकायचं. तर पूर्वीच्या एरर्स काढल्याच नाहीत, त्या फक्त दाखवल्या होत्या कशा होतात ते. स्लॅश हाय पाहिजे ना तिथे. नुसतं हाय कसं झालं?
ओके.
आय थिंक तिकडे नाही, हॅलो सर्वलेटला. हा, तिथे सेकंडला राईट स्लॅश हाय. समजतं ना? द मोमेंट राकेश तू जर वाचलास ना कन्सोल एरर्स, तर तुलाच कळेल की व्हॉट यू आर मेकिंग मिस्टेक. रन इट, सेव्ह इट, ऑटोमॅटिकली रिलोड होईल. आय होप. नाही, स्टॉप केलाय परत. तुला सर्व्हर स्टार्ट करायला लागेल परत. स्टार्ट द सर्व्हर अगेन. या, डबल क्लिक ऑन कन्सोल. लेट्स चेक इट इज फाईन ऑल दिस. आता चालतं.
ओके मॅम.
आणि डबल क्लिक ऑन कन्सोल कर, नको शॉर्टकट्स घेऊ. आणि सी देर आर नो एरर्स. आता क्लायंट ब्राउझरला जा आणि टेस्ट कर.
ओके मॅम, थँक्यू.
शुअर.
आन्सर करू?
या, स्टॉप शेअरिंग. How to import existing project? Same steps. I'll show you. Sure.
प्रॉब्लेम्स काय आहेत?
Anyone wants to this one mute yourself. Anyone wants to see how to import the existing web project? I'm showing it in the next minute. So what I'll do is first I will delete this project. Let me see whether I have copied it in day 3 lab data. Yeah, I have got it in day 3 lab. So see this. I want to show you from scratch. So let me delete this day 3 lab. When you say delete it from the hard disk also. I mean, I'm doing it from here so that I can really show. Now the steps are the same. Sometimes, you might have to change the JDK, JRE settings. So I am just taking an extra minute here. So same, file, import, same tab which you had used earlier in Core Java, existing projects into workspace. Next step. And here, you just go to whichever folder you have. So for example, for me, it is day 3 lab data. Go to day 3 lab, select folder, same. And here, as usual, if you want to copy my reference project, but please understand, if you have the same project name, you cannot have duplicate projects by that. Then you refactor, rename your project. I don't have that clash. And here, after importing, if you start getting red crosses and all, those instructions I'll give you separately. Cleanup instructions, troubleshooting instructions, I'll give you tomorrow. So otherwise, steps are the same. Got it, Himanshu? As far as we are concerned today, it is the same steps. Okay. In case if you notice some problem, you report, we will help you to solve it. There are some additional troubleshooting tips.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Shubham?
Ma'am, share करू का screen?
हाँ बोल कर. बोल. No, don't use that option, Ashutosh. Use the options which I have already suggested. Okay, so slash hello ला तुला येत नाहीये ना, शुभम? मला हे दाखव. STS, I mean Eclipse project दाखव. Slash hello ला तुला 404 येते. म्हणजे slash hello ला ते map नाही झालेलं. Expand कर ना STS, full screen कर STS, म्हणजे मला दिसेल. Okay, so एकच मिनिट. Day 3 lab मध्ये value slash hello and slash hi दिसतंय. Okay, एक मिनिट. शुभम, I'll just take control. बघायला सोपं पडेल. आणि इकडे वेब डॉट्स दुसरी काय सर्वलेट, इथे दुसरं काही annotation नाहीये. Then the web.xml, you don't have the mapping this. Okay, so let's try running this. Right click, run as server. Okay, so this is a chance for me to show more troubleshooting instructions. So what can happen sometimes is project doesn't get cleaned up. So there is a tab here, project. Under that there is a clean option. So don't say clean all the projects. Let's just clean this. We'll see what works. There are 2-3 troubleshooting tips. We'll just check which one works for you.
Ma'am, ते separate पण येतो तो console असं त्या tab पुढे नाही येत.
मी करतेय ना मी तुझ्या समोर म्हणूनच मी घेतलाय कंट्रोल. Keep observing what I'm doing, please. कुठली पहिली नव्हती ना साला?
Yes, ma'am. पहिली.
ओ अरे मी पाहिलं नाही. स्लॅश टाकलायस तू. हे सगळं आपण बोललो होतो शुभम. मी सांगितलं होतं स्पेसिफिकली की ते स्लॅश टाकलं तर इट विल गो टू द रूट ऑफ ऑल ऍप्लिकेशन्स. त्याच्यानंतर तू करेक्टच केलं नाही.
Yes. Forgot, ma'am. Sorry.
नो प्रॉब्लेम. कंटिन्यू. आणि मी पण पाहिलं नाही ते, त्यामुळे आय जस्ट वेंट ऑन द अदर ट्रॅक.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yes,
I have a
Mohammed?
doubt.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, just one at a time. Mohammed, I'm talking to you. Yes. This one, Shubham, stop sharing your screen so I can take the next question. Yes, please.
Okay.
Tell me.
So we have to register the out parameters before executing the query,
Yes.
and we have to register according to the type dot the given.
Right. Types
Constant
dot,
types.
yeah, types classes. Yes.
So I am using a function which is returning a double.
Mm-hmm.
But when I register the out parameters, if I
Mhm.
pass type dot date, it's still compiling and running perfectly.
I was talking to somebody yesterday that register out parameters somehow in the latest version of JDBC driver, I think it is ignoring. But this one, Mohammed, this is the observation, for MySQL and a particular driver. But
Yes,
tomorrow
sir.
in your project, if you change it to Oracle, whatever they have mentioned in the Java docs, that is what you should be working with. So in short, follow all the steps as we have discussed. I have taken everything from API documentation. So if your return type of a function is double, configure it as, register it as types.double, And tomorrow, even if you don't use MySQL or this latest driver, it will 100% work.
Okay, okay.
Got my point? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Next question, please.
मॅम शेअर करू का स्क्रीन?
हा, कर ना.
मॅम ते रेड क्रॉसेस जात नाही आहेत माझे.
त्याचं
कार्ड सेट केल्यानंतर पण.
आयडीच हे नाही झालेलं. हो का? एक सेकंद, मी जरा घेऊ कंट्रोल.
हो मॅम.
हा, एकच मिनिट आपण बघूया. रेड क्रॉसेस कारण हे बघ ना तुला स्वाती, इथे तुला दिसतंय की तुला ना कुठले जावा
हा.
क्लासेसच सापडत नाहीयेत पाथवर. सो लेट मी जस्ट चेक. हा, डे 3 लॅब मध्ये मी बघते.
नाही मॅम, ते माझं कम्प्लीट नाही आहे. म्हणजे काही मी स्टेप्स नाही केलेले त्याच्यानंतरचे.
बरं,
म्हणजे
मग
कोड
आपण
पूर्ण नाही आहे त्याचे.
ओके ओके, मी एक काम
ते
करते. Fresh project
डे
बनवते.
3.1 घ्या मॅम.
ओके, बरं, डे 3.1 घेते. ठीक आहे, काही चालेल, आपल्याला कुठलाही प्रोजेक्ट चालेल. सो लेट मी सी. बिल्ड पाथ मध्ये बघायला पाहिजे. हो, बिल्ड पाथ पाहिला होता डायरेक्टली. आणि इथे मॉड्यूल पाथ मध्ये JDK 11 दिसतंय मला, आणि इथे 9.0 आणि हे दिसतंय. ओके, एक काम कर, हे तुझं काय पाथ ओपन करतेस? आय मीन कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन कर प्लीज.
हो मॅम.
And just say path there. मला एक्सपांड करणं, मॅक्सिमाइज कर, मला
दिसत नाही आहे का मॅम? ओके.
ते चेंजेस नाही झाले. तू आधी एक्झिट करून रिएंटर कर, कारण तू चेंज केला, तुला रिओपन करायला लागतो कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट साठी. तू हे
ओके
exit
ओके
कर
ओके मॅम.
आणि परत कमांड प्रॉम्प्ट ओपन करतेस. या से पाथ.
मॅम स्क्रीन दिसते का तुम्हाला?
दिसतोय.
हा.
JDK काहीतरी /bin. सो आय कॅन सी दॅट. JDK 11. तर इथे तुम्हाला पहिला पार्ट टाकलेला दिसतोय ऍक्च्युअली. ओके, सो आता तू एक काम कर, रिस्टार्ट द इक्लिप्स. म्हणजे इक्लिप्स परत एक्झिट करून परत हे कर. म्हणजे लेट्स सी वेदर इट इज हेल्पिंग यू.
केले मी मॅम ते पण.
ते पण केलं होतंस का? बरोबर.
हो.
तसं नाही कर, एक्झिट करूनच. बट ठीक आहे, लेट्स ओके.
अच्छा.
दॅट्स ओके, दॅट्स ऍब्सोल्युटली फाईन, नो
ओके.
प्रॉब्लेम. हो, 3.9.18 वापरतेस. आय डोंट नो इव्हन दॅट, कारण मी सगळ्यांना सांगितलं होतं की सेम व्हर्जन्स वापरा, 3.9.16 किंवा 17. आता ह्याच्यात माहिती नाही मला क्लास पाथ इश्यूज होतात का. एनिवे, मी काय करते स्वाती, आता आय एम जस्ट ट्राईंग फ्रॉम स्क्रॅच. एकच मिनिट. सो लेट्स डू दॅट. प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर देन आय टेल यू दॅट गो फॉर दॅट सेम
ओके
व्हर्जन.
मॅम.
टेस्ट. इथे तो प्रॉब्लेम इथे येतोच आहे, अजूनही
Ma'am?
येतो. हा, बोल.
Ma'am, I had the same problem. So what did I do is, while we are selecting while making the project ना, आपण ते 4 ला 3.1 करतो ना.
हा, ते तू केलं नाही.
हा, तर तिथे ते मॉडिफाय, बाजूला मॉडिफाय टॅब आहे ना.
हा,
तर तिथे काय होतं की ते ऑटोमॅटिकली जावा 17 सिलेक्ट होतोय.
हा, तर तिथे तू चेंज केलंस. ओके, तो पण हॅक आहे, पण मी फक्त इथे बघते की तो हॅक न वापरता आपण काय करू शकतो. युअर ऍब्सोल्युटली राईट कृतिका. जस्ट अ सेकंड. सो आय कम टू यू इन अ मिनिट. आय एम जस्ट चेकिंग काय करायचं, आय फॉरगॉट. एनिवे, सो आय जस्ट वॉन्टेड टू सी द बिल्ड पाथ. हे बघ, दिस वन, हु इज इट, स्वाती. आता इथे तो म्हणतोय बघ तुला जावा AC 17 अनबाउंड. So you can remove this and you can use any hack. This is all hack because that Java 17 is already there in the system. आणि मग इथे module path वर जाऊन add the library.
ओके
इथे सिस्टम रन टाइम. ओके एक सेकंड. सर्व्हर रन टाइम नाही सॉरी. कुठली लायब्ररी आपल्याला लागेल? जावा सिस्टम लायब्ररी तर नाहीच दिसत आहे का मला. जीआरई सिस्टम लायब्ररी सॉरी. जीआरई सिस्टम लायब्ररी. नेक्स्ट आणि इथे तुझा आहे बघ JDK 11 तो फिनिश केला. मी जस्ट ट्राय करतेय आपल्याला जे सोपं सोल्युशन मिळेल ते आपण वापरूया. बिकॉज कृतिका इज ऑलरेडी
हो,
सजेस्टेड समथिंग. हा कारण हे दरवेळेला करणं खूपच पेनफुल आहे तुम्हाला. आता जस्ट आय एम क्रिएटिंग हे करंटली लेट्स इग्नोर दिस. लेट मी जस्ट क्रिएट अ सर्वलेट अँड सी की जावा कंटेंट होतोय का नाही.
ओके मॅम कन्स्ट्रक्टर.
स्लो होतं की मी चुकीचं केलं तरी ते होती. एनिवे डू गेटच हवाय मला फक्त टेस्ट करून बघायचं की बेसिक काही कंपायलर एरर्स येतात का नाही. ओके सो आता सी यू आर गेटिंग आली कंपायलर एरर्स तो फक्त JDK 11 चा प्रॉब्लेम होता. ओके सो हे करू शकतेस. येस कृतिका यू आर सेइंग समथिंग. लेट मी ट्राय युअर सोल्युशन.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just a second. We'll check add the dynamic web project. Whichever is easy hack, go for that. And this is all coming because of JDK issues. So let's try her solution. Test 2 you are saying. Yeah, so right.
So while we are changing that web module version, correct, 3.1.
You are saying, right?
Yeah,
This
and
also
then
I'll
modify. Correct. So we can
yeah, the
state-
asterisks. Correct. So here. This is what you are saying, Shrutika, or something else?
Yes, ma'am. This is
Okay.
it.
So you change it to this one. What is it, Swati? To 11.
JDK 11. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, ma'am.
So whichever hack works for your guys with the JDK 17, you can try. Whichever is easy. Just remember that. Don't worry.
Ma'am, yes.
Once I get you to Spring Boot, but it is going to take another 8 days minimum.
Yes, ma'am. Solve झालं. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank Kritika also. She's the
No,
one.
Thank you, Kritika.
It's okay.
Yeah, continue. Any more issues or I'm ready to log off, guys? So give it a try. Whatever you don't understand, whatever you can't finish today, tomorrow, before we continue with solving of your CMS, content management system, or further topics in servlet, you can always ask me questions and we'll resume there. That will be all. Do read the which one? What was that? Read me, yeah, regarding HTTP servlet. And you will definitely understand why HTTP servlet is an abstract class still containing all concrete APIs. And whatever else you want, you read and ask questions tomorrow. See you around. You're most welcome.